I'm here waiting for Spunky to finish her food. In her dementia-ridden state, she will... Okay, let me pause. That's her. In her ridden state, she will stop eating suddenly and then she will walk away. And she'll walk in circles. That's a sign of dogs having dementia. She had it for a while already. So that Spunky. So I'm waiting for her to just finish up. It's almost done, so I can wash up at this barbecue area. I already did my cookout, my lunch, simple lunch. Just use a single cooker that has a frying option. Electrical sockets are nearby, table. So I'm very thankful for this arrangement which I discovered recently. Usually there will be other guys, also freelancers like me, or semi-retired. They'll be working on their laptops, on these tables. We will chit-chat, catch up on live, and then it was raining just now. The weather was really cool. The good thing Spunky had the common sense, despite her aging elderly state, to stay under shelter, and we weren't drenched. It was so cold I had to switch off the fan, but the weather was so cool. I mean, it wasn't so cold, it was very cool. Yeah, okay, there she goes again. She'll go walking in circles. There you see. Yeah. This time she only did it once. Earlier she did it like a few times. And then when I had to call her name, it will break this trance, and she'll respond and walk towards me. Okay, so her sense of hearing is still there. That's a good sign. Yeah, after that I'll just wash up here. It saves a lot. Having this space really helps me. This is a very old condo, but they redid this barbecue area like last or 2 years ago. And I discovered that some neighbors have been using this area to do, huoguo, steamboat, on weekends where there's barbecue pit. And then so they'll just cook. They do a cook-up. So I thought, surely I can just cook my lunch here while also preparing Spunky's meal here as well. I mean, yeah, to save electricity, but it is primarily for her so that she has all the space to roam in her final year or two. I'm just using this as Sprite as a yardstick, looking at her status, physical status and psychological, emotional status, and comparing it to Spunky. So if I'm out, I have to keep Spunky in a kitchen toilet. I really have no choice. I've moved her around the living room, fenced her and Sprite previously, but they removed their beds already because they keep peeing and pooing on the beds, and the washing and cleaning is a nightmare, despite so I moved her to the kitchen, different parts of the kitchen, and then finally along the kitchen corridor, and then in the end the best arrangement is to separate them, one in the kitchen toilet, one just outside the toilet, newspaper on the ground, and then you just have to keep changing, feed them and bring it out for walks if they can still walk, depending on their mood, depending on how tired I am. So this arrangement has been such a blessing because in her dementia state, right, Spunky will walk all over after eating, and then she will step onto her food. So sometimes our newspaper, even though I layer it right over the previous night's pee and poo, then I'll clear it like every few days. She will, after she eats, you'll see that the whole newspaper is a mess. The newspaper ripped apart, and then she'll step into the food, and God knows how unhygienic it can be sometimes. So coming here outdoors now, it's so easy. She has more space to maneuver around her food. See, there she goes, she'll trample over. Basically, dogs at the age, dementia, like old people, they have no sense of, their sense of spatial awareness is very poor now. Yeah, it's really quite a sight to behold. I'm still learning, and I wish I could do better. I really wish I could do better, and I'm trying. In fact, just now a security guard, it's a new face, elderly man, he came to share how he had spent $27 on his cat who passed away last year after seeing Spunky here. She was like very on her surgery, and she passed on after her surgery, just for a few hours because the cat wasn't doing very well. And he also shared that his sister was previously living in States, and she too spent like 50,000 just to fly or station dog back from the States to Singapore. And so a special flight. There's also got the quarantine cost. Everything amounts up to 50,000. Wow, I'm so glad I don't have to incur these costs. And usage of the space is free. Okay, let me. So I'm toggling now while being semi-retired and almost. I mean, if I want to go full retirement, I can't. I just have to, live a simple life. I don't have the itch to buy any branded handbags or bags or shoes. I even though I stay in a condo, it's a very complicated family affair. I was denied my BTO option because of some family decisions. Very bad financial situation. But the blessing is that I can sell this off. I'm paying every cent for it. Yeah, I saved. I worked very hard as a teacher, tutor for years. Life was good. Life is still good. I mean, managing the elderly folks, my parents, keeping an eye on them every week, and my 2 dogs, elderly at different states, and then Sprite passing away a month ago. It was mentally, emotionally very, very challenging. Yeah, and hearing the story from a security guard just now, I mean, I'm so moved. I'm so moved that people are willing to be vulnerable, strangers, and I don't think it will be strangers anymore. I'm so glad to have made a friend with this security guard who is an animal lover. Says his whole family are animal lovers. I'm so tired. Yeah. So my mornings are spent here now. My afternoons, I take a break from mining Spunky. Okay, my hair is long, but I kind of like it this way. Just wear a hairband. Like I see the Gen Z, Millennial do. And yesterday I was in library. So I mean, I've made friends with the cleaner, the librarians. So the cleaner is this elderly man, Muslim guy. So he looked at me. He said the weather was so hot, right? 32 degrees Celsius. So I wore a singlet to the library. And yeah, so he looked, wow, today looks so sexy. I had my hair done like this, and so it was hilarious when he said that. Yeah, come on, man, this is not. I don't even have a man bun, and I'm just in this weather. I really am tempted to just cut my hair, but I like it. If it gets too hot here, I was actually planning to swim later. The pool is just behind, and having stayed here for more than 10 years, I seldom use the pool. I've even stopped using the gym. Just still adjusting from post grieving Sprite, now settling in my routine with Spunky. So getting the groove of things. Thanks for sticking around. Have a good day. I need to clean up Spunky's food bowl and then settle her upstairs. Then I will probably do 10 laps. Hopefully I'm committed to that. See you guys. Bye.